telling you, sometimes you just got to listen. There's a child in every home and every community. They will grow up to be symbols of unity. They'll be colorblind to race and ethnicity. That's the vision of a leader like President Irfan Ali. I'm talking about the one Guyana where our people can live in peace, where every race trusts each other, where racial prejudice no longer exists. Our children will have one Guyana to grow up in a land united and free with equality and blessed with prosperity. For too long we've been fighting one another. It's race against race, but in the end the country suffer. Oh, we were born here, not in India nor Africa. But if we can't get along, the foreigners gon' eat we suffer. We must put an end to racism. Let it end now with this generation. Together we'll develop this nation. Make Guyana the gem of the Caribbean. Don't listen to them wicked politicians who will divide us to win an election. Believe it or not, Guyanese no smarter than that. Yeah, I told you, it's your boy Padmore. Unity is the key. We are all one and we should be treated as one. Our ancestors were slaves and laborers, but the life they endured made it better for us. We honor their sacrifice and the freedom they bought for we. But some descendants of slaves use that to fuel the rich. It doesn't matter what's your skin color, when we bleed blood it's red the same. Let's respect and love one another. When a brother cry we must feel the pain. We're Portuguese, African and Indian. We're Chinese mix up, we're Amerindians. We're all Guyanese. Let's end this segregation. I'm appealing to Guyanese in the diaspora. We welcome you home. We've got a lot to offer. It's not the same place that you run away from. Come see the paradise Guyana has now become. I'm talking about the one Guyana where our people can live in peace, where every race trusts each other, where racial prejudice no longer exists. Our children will have one Guyana to grow up in a land united and free with equality and blessed with prosperity. It's a message. I just want you to understand. Stop and think for a minute. Really think for a minute. If we can't fix the present, then we should work on the future.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere, make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
We love the open county of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.
We ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
Neighbor Joe, neighbor Joe, neighbor Joe. Oh, morning, neighbor, morning, morning, neighbor, morning, morning, neighbor, morning. I don't want your conniving morning, morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning, morning, neighbor, morning. You can keep your conniving morning. When you been a corrupong, you not been tell me morning. Now because your money done, you come with conniving morning. When you had your pocket full, you not been tell me morning. Now because your money done, you hustle for tell me morning. Morning, neighbor, morning, morning, neighbor, morning, morning, neighbor, morning. I don't want your conniving morning. Neighbor, neighbor, Joe come. Neighbor, neighbor, Joe come. Neighbor, neighbor, Joe come. This is all the money that me work for. A 2 pound a note and a gilla piece. A 2 pound a note and a gilla piece. A 2 pound a note and a gilla piece. This is all the money that me work for. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. I don't want your conniving morning. Oh, Joseph, pour me. Oh, Joseph, pour me. Oh, Joseph, pour me. What we could do with a gilla piece? 1 bunch green plantain, 1 string quacquari, 1 Jill black pepper. All you could do with a gilla piece. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. I don't want your conniving morning. When you been a corrupong, and I've been tell me morning. Now because your money done, you come with conniving morning. When you had your pocket full, you now been tell me morning. Now because your money done, you hustle for tell me morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. I don't want your conniving morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. You can keep your conniving morning.
This is Quincy Anderson. You know I love my country. There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Hey, hey, Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana got oil, Guyana got gold, Guyana got young and Guyana got old. I ain't talking no more. Guyana got things, we growing wings and developing things. The government real and that's a big deal. I'm singing from my heart, Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I... This is Quincy Anderson. You know I love my country. There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Hey, hey. Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana got oil, Guyana got gold, Guyana got young and Guyana got old. I ain't talking no more. Guyana got things, we growing wings and developing things. The government real and that's a big deal. I'm singing from my heart, Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Welcome to Guyana.
Welcome to Livewire. Good morning to everybody. Welcome to another episode with yours truly, Comrade Courdel Jones. It is the 8th of October 2024. You know, lad. It's the 8th of October 2024, and we're here yet again for another episode. I'd like to encourage you, if you're joining us for the first time on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and also press the notification bell so you'll be informed every time we're going live. If you're joining us on Facebook, on either Livewire TV, Livewire News, my personal Facebook page, or News Desk, you can like those pages as well, follow those pages so that you can get updates on when we're going live and the various things that are happening in and around Guyana, and sometimes just to get some information to give you another side, especially to those people in the diaspora, to give you the other side of the story based on what you would be hearing from certain people over there, right? I'd also encourage you guys to check out the O.C. Rogers program. The name of the program is not coming to mind right away, but I'll post a flyer with it a little later. Also, check out on Wednesdays and Sundays a Candy Blair with Point Blank. I think Wednesdays is a calling program, and on Sunday it's a regular program where he touches on a plethora of issues and, you know, things that are relevant to Guyana, the development and the progress that is happening in Guyana. So I encourage you guys to subscribe to those programs. I must say, it is my fault that I have not engaged Vishal as yet in relation to having him have a program. I've been quite busy. Livewire is setting up a studio, and that has been taking up a lot of time and effort. So and we don't Zelle and Cash App like like some other places. We running no Zelle and Cash App thing at the bottom there. So it takes some time. But once that is done and everything is streamlined, we'll be hearing more from Vishal, not just calling in on this program, but expounding on ideas and things that are happening around the country, helping us here at Guyana and those Guyanese overseas and other individuals who may have an interest in Guyana have a better understanding of what's happening in and around Guyana. We'll also soon will be working on a program which focuses on highlighting projects across the country. So that program will focus in on all these major and, I won't say minor, small and large projects being implemented by the government, aimed at benefiting the citizens across the country. So that's something else for you to look out for on Livewire TV. Please, guys, go over to Facebook and like Livewire TV. Just type in Livewire TV on Facebook and we're going to pop up and get the followers up. Again, like, share, and subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, and, you know, the support that's all the support we're asking you for. We're not asking you to jump in your pockets here at Livewire, like Kadaki and Sherrod and Rick Ford and all of that, right? So that's all we're gonna ask you to do to help us share the information, subscribe to the channels, and we're gonna be moving forward. Morning to all the people in the comment section. Happy to have you here, all the regulars. And guys, I must say, it is overwhelming the kind of support I get here. More so on YouTube, not as much on Facebook, but on YouTube. I am very appreciative of it. I'd be talking to myself here without you guys, and the support I get from you all makes all of this what I'm doing worthwhile, right? So, morning to the persons in the comment section: Rahim Amarali, Len Lachman, Balwan Danraj, Rajendra Singh. Good morning to you. Shane Ramayo, June Abidjan joining us from Canada. Lana Ramayo, Joseph Satar, morning to you. Betty Chris, good morning to you. In Nepal, Narayan, Camille Narayan, both joining us from Minnesota. Derek Drupal, good morning to you. Mohammed Isa, Philip Diabru, Jerry Gomes, Nadia, Suknandan Bud, Jagnarayan Edwards, Norman Aziz, Faisal Ghani. Fong Roger, morning to you and King Emperor. I hope you guys are doing well. Alan Khan, morning to you. Mazo Inshan Prasad Pati. Vishnu Narayan, good morning to you. Vishnu saying when calls take it one side, cut them off and don't waste the minutes. Vishnu, here's my thing. This here is a lot. This what happened yesterday, I view it as a learning experience for me and you guys looking at the program. When I have engagements with people like Agre yesterday, and Agre conceded he learned some things that he didn't know, it gives you guys a better understanding of what's happening on the ground here. So whilst I often say persons in the diaspora are misled by these social media operatives and persons from the opposition, members of parliament and stuff like that, right here in Guyana, sometimes our own locals don't have an understanding of what is going on. They base their information on the bits and pieces they get from the opposition, and usually the opposition doesn't give them good information. So they will argue a point that doesn't make sense or has no legal merit or no laws to govern it because they just don't know better. So sometimes we need to take some time and educate them, right, Vishnu? Ramnarayan Singh, morning to you. Tarsa Brian Darton and Dalal Shakila Brijlal, morning to you. Morning to Andrea Matthews and everybody there in the Durban Street, Princess Street, Hatfield Street, Norton Street area there. Bibi Kalicharan, morning to you. Indira Jaffarali, good morning to you. Special morning to you. I ain't seen a long time. Hope all is well with you. Lash PA, good morning to you, brother, and the rest of the family over there. Pam, morning to you, and Trevor and Hill Sunil Raghubir, good morning to you. Ormela Gusai, good morning. Dioraj Nath, morning to Siram Chetty, Dale Henry, Shakira Bagwandin, Nirmala Allen joining us from Barbados, Prasad Pati, Neil Ramlokan, Gil Ian, Irene Ramcharan, morning to you. Jane from St. Martin, special good morning to you. Dianan Suku, Asha Dali. Dali or Daily? Asha, which is it? Please help me. Leslie Mangal, morning to you. Eunice Raghubir, morning to you. Morning to Rita as well. Cecil Rampasad, good morning to you. Henry Jagdio. Mohammed Razak, good morning to you. Rakesh, Raji Miraj, Leslie Mangal, Pushram Kishore, Wazim Nabi, Christopher Prasad, Richard Aklu, Dionat Prasad, morning to you. Rowena Lal, welcome back. I haven't seen you in the comment section in a while. Lola Hari, Aliyah Mohammed, welcome back. Krishna Deodat, Soma Bipat, morning. Who else we got here that time called? Deshaun Abrams, morning to you, brother. Hope you enjoyed the birthday celebrations. We locked and loaded for the 20th. We there. Yeah, we celebrating. New life, more life, right? Yeah, I think I get everybody there. Avinash Siraj, morning to you. Sunita Sokraj, morning to you. Keeping up with life of Onika. Onika Poppy, big up yourself. One thing I must say, Onika, I noticed the other day, you did a live, and I must commend you on, I want to say growing up, because you're not a little child, but I must commend you on being the bigger person. I saw that persons who are trying to drag you into a whole situation there, things that happened in the past and bringing them into the future. I was happy that you took the high road. As Michelle Obama says, when they go low, you go high. And you went high, and big up yourself, Onika Pompey. Right? I am B Pat from Barbados, morning to you. Savita Rose, morning to you. Ravi Jai Chan, morning to you. Terence, morning. Keith Adams, Lance Henry, Richard, Jean Cornelius, Zanil Bell, Kale, morning to you, my brother. Yeah, all right, good. This is enough for the comments. Let me get into today's content. Trouble. So somebody sent me a video with a guy by the name of Otto Martin, and I think he is a new social media activist for the AFC, and he was sharing his thoughts and what was shared with them at the New York town hall that the AFC had. And let's analyze and go through it as we normally do. We're not adding or taking away anything. We're listening to what these people say and assessing based on the knowledge that we as Guyanese have, whether local or in the diaspora, and see if it makes sense to you. And again, like I said to Vishnu earlier, I like to engage people on the other side, so we have an understanding of where their head is, their understanding of the issues, and then we could really assess why AFC, APNU people, PNC people operate the way they do, right? But we ain't giving up on nobody. We're working on it as a team. So this is we boy, small man, but his name is Otto Martin, right? Let's listen to what Otto has to say. Mind you, Otto. So these people, before I get into it, these people claim to be so Guyanese oriented and they want Guyana to do well and Guyanese must do better and Guyanese. And for me, they don't play local music. They ain't exhibiting nothing for Guyana. This lion with this is an Ethiopian flag or something. What going on? How you represent Guyanese people like this? You understand? But they had some revelations here that I want to go through, so let's go. It
was excellent. The town hall meeting was absolutely excellent. You guys missed, I wanted to be guided and about, filming it and all that, but you have to be there. Again, I was so impressed, blown out of my socks.
I telling you, I would swear I think this guy wasn't wearing socks at the time.
The presentations and the conversations we had, a lot of important people, professionals, important people in this.
Guys, just give me a second here. I'm having some trouble with the software. Just give me a second, please.
But I had some say. Everybody left that meeting feeling like, no, we have a chance. This guy is really the truth. Absolutely, this guy is really the truth.
He talking about Nigel Hughes, right? Nigel Hughes is the truth. Nigel Hughes.
If ever people came as far as North Carolina and all kind of places to hear.
No, he's talking about the attendance. People come from North Carolina and all sorts of places. Would y'all believe it really break 100 people there? You understand? Probably between 50 to 70 people there. Right? And Rickford Burke and this guy making it seem like this event had this wonderful attendance, all everybody from the diaspora come out. Oh my God, the FC in New York. No, right? And the funny thing is, a lot of the guys there, I'll show you in the pictures. This look like Nigel Hughes family, like this guy. This look like Nigel Hughes uncle or body or something. This one here look like one cousin. I mean, I don't know who the people who were attending. But let me continue with Saloma.
The gentleman speak, hear what the AFC has going on. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to report to you to say that I am I'm glad Nigel Hughes answered the call. I'm glad Nigel Hughes answered the call. Nigel Hughes is the truth. Super, super bright. Have a feel and an understanding for what's going on.
All right, let me hurry up.
Speaking the truth into the face of power. He knows everything and everyone and all what they're doing.
I am wondering, or I would like to ask Otto, when did Nigel Hughes acquire this knowledge? I would think, since he knows everything, he has all this knowledge, why didn't apply it in 2015 to 2020? Even if he didn't want to have a direct impact or didn't want to apply it, impart it on your wife. Why not impart the knowledge on your wife? You allow your wife to do all sorts of foolishness at the telecommunications ministry. 2 million every time she go out, allegedly. As we've learned in the recent court cases, the signing of contracts for herself, maybe it may be a conflict of interest, or maybe it could be deemed as corruption, right? But maybe Nigel Hughes could have told her not to do that, right? Maybe, could y'all imagine Cathy Hughes as a first lady? If Cathy Hughes was willing to do what she did at that ministry, as a simple minister, the first lady of the country, Video Mega might turn the new NCN. That might be the new state media apparatus, right?
And he is, I think, on a personal level, very impressive. Very, very, very impressive, to say the least. I mean, I was in awe.
Jeez, why this thing doing this?
I was in awe. On point.
This is ridiculous. This annoying me. This here annoying me. I left it like this here.
Had some say, super, super bright. How? And it rejuvenated a feeling that all what they're doing. And he is feeling like, no, we have a chance. This guy is really the truth. Absolutely, this guy is really the truth. If ever people came as far as North Carolina and all kind of places to hear, and it rejuvenated a feeling that, listen, we can be all right. But the onus is on all of us. He has articulated, on all of us to lend our hands and have an understanding of what we need to do. Again, this was a grounding exercise. When you say grounding, it's what you say.
No, this is one of the points I wanted to make. The gentleman is talking about a grounding exercise, right? Why is it these opposition parties wait till a few months before the election, then they start to engage the people as if, they have this interest? Why weren't you doing this all through? Since you lose in 2020, why weren't you grounding yourself? Right? More so, given the fact that you were the incumbent at the time, why you didn't ground yourself in the communities back then when you were in government? Right? Did Cathy Hughes attend a town hall meeting as minister in New York? Patterson, did you attend a town hall meeting there? They only remember the supporters and Guyanese citizens when it comes close to elections. That's the only time. Other than that, you go scope.
Recalibrating of sorts. The mission starting over in whatever time. This election is like a year away, according to how it has to be.
So you see, even he say the grounding is happening a year away from the elections. So the AFC wasn't interested in hearing about the indigenous people's plights, as they put it back then. All this pit latrine stuff that you're talking about only became an issue in 2020. It was okay to have pit latrines all through 2015 to 2020. So now we're going crazy over pit latrines. Right? We've only discovered that hinterland communities use pit latrines from 2020 to today's date.
And they took the time to come back to the people to do that.
And basically, all this man talking is a bunch of stupidness. We get into the crux of the matter yet, and this is what frustrates me with them. This is what the vice president speaks about: bloviating, another bloviator. So he sit down here. We are 7 minutes and 24 seconds in, and we hear nothing of substance about this town hall meeting. Only praises tonight. Oh, he's so bright. Oh, he answered all the questions. What questions? What were the answers? Right? Oh, the AFC is the way. They have all the information on the corruption. They were saying that pre-2015. Who get locked up for corruption? Who get locked up for corruption 2015 to 2020? More so, who get pardoned from the court? Which political official, whether opposition or government at that time, 2015 to 2020, had to get a pardon from the court? Minister of government at that time. You understand? So I don't know where this guy coming from.
The PNC says, what was that? What's the language they use about hitting the ground and hitting the bushes and getting everybody involved? They are doing this. They're grounding, they're engaging, they're fundraising.
Yeah, they are.
People are gravitating.
Not necessarily.
Off of the backdrop of
look at the people are gravitating, right? So this is the meeting in Washington. Look at the people who gravitated. All them old PNC members going over to the AFC. All them people. Right? This is the gravity. You're gravitating and bringing youths. So even for the AFC, the future is bleak because the only people coming up in the back is people like Sherrod Duncan. And you know, that's how we like it. He like come up in the back. That's his thing. You understand? But in terms of leading the party, they got nobody there. They don't have a soul there.
Nothing. The PPP has been doing more than you think to the country. And where that country.
So this is where I should have started from. Right? Another overseas-based Guyanese who probably doesn't frequent Guyana. I don't know his travel history. Or is completely ignoring everything that is happening here now. Right? So listen to this here.
He's headed bro. I am. I feel so inspired to want to help. Yeah, planting the seeds and doing all the right things, saying all the right things because it seems genuine and it is genuine. What they're saying, you could see it outside. And the plans they have to counter all of that. They are not only telling you what is going on, and they're appalled. They are giving tangible solutions.
Listen to that. Listen to that. So again, we are seeing that these political parties don't share their political policy or their plans for Guyana with Guyanese. They're going to the states and telling the foreigners what plan AFC got for what? What? Where is it published? What? Otto, I'm asking you. What plan? What plan? What plan? Just the other day, Nigel Hughes said he wanted these political parties come together and form this bipartisan plan or whatever it was he was saying. What plan Nigel Hughes put out to remove pit latrines from the interior? What plan Nigel Hughes put out to deal with the power outages that we still experiencing? What plan? Where is the plan? What was it? What he say in relation to that? We can build, we can do. Because as me as a Guyanese here, I have not heard it. So he gone till to New York and tell the Guyanese overseas what he can do for Guyanese here and the Guyanese here in nowhere. Y'all understand that? What plan Nigel Hughes got for healthcare other than going to places that this administration would have upgraded and pointing out a old bench and them kind of stupidness? What plan they got for the security sector? What plan they got for education? What plan they got for tourism? What plan? Nobody here in Guyana knows. Anybody in the comment section who's seen a plan that was developed by the AFC, please tag me in it and let me know, because I don't know what he's talking about. What clear answers Nigel Hughes given to anybody? He ain't even got clear answers himself in relation to the plan the AFC has. What is man telling people? What is man telling people? They answered all the questions and they not only identify, they have all the what solution we in Guyana want to know. What you telling us here? Maybe these people from the diaspora gonna come back and vote. Maybe if they feel like they can. If they don't want to, that's their business. But we the hey, is we really building for the people living here. So why not tell us the plan so we could know? But probably, most likely, there is no plan. There is no plan. What was the idea offered to, okay, the city gas to shore project, oh, it's bad, it's this, and this, and blah, blah, blah. What was the substitute? Anybody on this live could tell me what was the substitute or the alternative plan to the gas to shore project offered by the AFC? I'll wait. Right? What was their plan for education? So Nigel Hughes at one press conference recently spoke about the low grades in Region 9. Doesn't bring the Region 9 education scores for the same exact exam during the period where his party was a part of the administration to say, look, 2015 to 2020, look how we've been doing. What are we doing now? You understand? We got to fix this. No. He can come and show you on the side without doing the proper research. I don't know how intelligent and bright he may be on paper, but common sense is not so common in everybody, sir. Otto. You understand? And I am thinking that you may be somebody that is easily impressed and socks just get blown off by the slightest breeze. So you better be careful, because you liable to be carried off since you are so easily impressed with nonsense. You understand? Somebody can carry you off. You better catch yourself, sir. Catch yourself. That's not good behavior for a man. That's not good behavior. That anyway. Let me left out to alone.
which is far different. When I say, and we don't need to get in that now. Aubrey Norton has nothing on Nigel Hughes, nowhere near. Everyone is saying.
So here, basically, that's the only thing. Um, the only thing I to say that I believe, right? Aubrey Norton has nothing on Nigel Hughes. He ain't got height, he ain't got intelligence, he ain't got weight, nothing. Nigel Hughes take the king. Nigel Hughes take the king. You understand? And Nigel Hughes generally more easy to look at, man. You know them way. No homo, but just generally, you could look at Nigel Hughes and don't feel upset or wonder what going on in the background and them kind of thing. With Aubrey, I always got wondering what happening at home. Who troubled you before you left the house? Who going on, champ?
He has to be, even the people who was PNC in the room, he has to be the presidential candidate. Only he can do it. Only he can do it. So yeah.
Conflict of interest.
We have that understanding. But this party, as a party, is contesting the elections and going after the votes. He said something that blew me away. Everything he's saying out Timo blowing me away.
You see why I said the bike can get carried off? Everything that Nigel you said blow he away. This is groupie behavior. This is groupie behavior. I bet you, and he said it himself, he really asked and he's trying to listen. So not a challenging question about anything that they said. So if they said, something, we can bring SpaceX and let it build a generator that they buy from Mars. This is what Otto running with. Otto ain't questioning nothing. Otto ain't questioning nothing. Anything these people come with, that's what Otto running with. And that's sad, my brother.
You get in an intimate setting.
No, you got in a public setting.
I'll ask my cousin right now. So, Sarah, tell her what's the name to. Oh, damn. I said, hi, this is Joe. Call me when you got the time. Lloyd wants to. Bullshit. He's in an intimate. Yes, I felt that. You feel the bullshit. He is not old. And listen, again, I don't want.
Aubrey, they're saying that you're old.
I want this talk tonight to be about and getting the message. The one thing I did say.
God, hurry up.
Took note and they answered. Cathy answered. He having this message here. And he listened. Took note and they answered. Cathy answered. He answered.
Did Cathy answer about the $2 million she used to work with? She answered about the contracts of video maker, or nobody asked about that? What she answer? What question she answer?
Patterson answered.
Patterson answered about them scales, the bucket truck, the bands, the bracelet. What else Patterson do? The money he collect to go to China. A lot of things Patterson got to answer for. But you know something? It's friends, family, and favorites over there. So nobody can answer, ask none of the hard questions to these people, especially not small man or to Martin.
And all these people answered the question, and we had a general, intimate, nice, low light conversation.
So you see, the AFC is not about public and not about transparency, intimate, low light operations. That seems similar to these under the table deals that was happening 2015 to 2020. That is how they operate. They ain't gonna come and have a big meeting and let everybody know what's going on. It's their one and two friends them that they're dealing with.
Everyone is leaving that room, going out and canvassing for this gentleman and the party. First thing, we all thanked him for joining the race. Listen to Nigel Hughes. The facts and he answer you in kind, and he is bringing relevant, tangible information by way of the facts.
So what are the facts? What are the facts? The facts are that the APNU AFC government between 2015 and 2020 was described as the most corrupt in Guyana's history due to the multiple malpractices and disregard for the laws during their tenure. The AFC administration, along with the APNU, the coalition government at the time, bypassed procurement processes, awarding contracts to companies linked to their party, signaling major corruption. And Otto is sitting here to talk to us. Y'all remember the General Secretary spoke about this auditor, this accountant guy saying, hey, they called me and asked me which contract I want. Y'all remember the unsolicited bid that pissing David Patterson take to the cabinet, to which he's in front of the court for now. Y'all remember the George Norton drug bond. Y'all remember the fact that most of the APNU AFC politicians who are in parliament who are not submitting their information to the Integrity Commission for multiple years. Y'all remember Chris Jones and the barbershop thing, Jorman Figueroa brother and the pig farm, all kind of thing. We're wrong with Otto. We're wrong with Otto. You understand? Now, sections of the media and opposition critics like Otto Martin, the small man Otto Martin, where were they when all of this was happening under the APNU AFC? Right? Where were they to make these complaints and, oh gosh, Nigel, talk to your wife. She can't wear the money out of the ministry. Nigel, talk to your wife. She's signing checks to your own company. Where was Nigel to talk to Cameron? Now, evidence was highlighted of large-scale land transfers without financial compensation and contracts awarded to coalition affiliate companies during the APNU AFC tenure. That's not corruption, Otto. Where was Nigel? He didn't know nothing that was going on. Now, I also want to highlight to Otto because I think Otto in a very different place. Y'all remember this guy here on the right, Trevor Williams? The gentleman with the black jacket and the white shirt there. Do y'all remember Trevor Williams? Now, Trevor Williams was a member of the AFC. And Trevor Williams did not want to stay amongst these corrupt people. So, because of Trevor Williams, we got to learn a lot about the inner workings of the AFC. Right? Now, the party has been labeled as a press release party because it keeps offering suggestions that it failed to implement whilst it was in government. Right? While holding on to the security portfolio, the coalition government, and I'm using this example because these are AFC members. So when I hear people from the AFC talk about corruption, they had a Congress, and the same people who all the corruption allegations are leveled against, all of them, they need the leadership of the party. How you pot could tell the kettle about the butter? Yeah, it's fast people. Right? So while holding on to the security portfolio in the coalition government, the AFC, or a member of the AFC, presided over a period of widespread corruption, including allegations of corrupt issuance of firearm license and citizenship. There are also allegations of political manipulation of the Guyana police force to target political opponents. So as you remember, everybody, most of the people who were in government pre-2015, get carried to Soko back and forth. They had Brassington in and out of the magistrate court. Dr. Ashley Singh at the time in and out of the magistrate court, and these kinds of things. What was the outcome? Where was all these corrupt practices that we were hearing about? Y'all remember the whole of Pradoville was supposed to get collect back. They never mentioned that Gary Best lives in Pradoville. You remember the guy who knocked down and killed Jude? The national cyclist? The PNC executive member? Nobody says, none of them ever mention, you understand me, that Gary Best lives in Pradoville for some time, not recently. So all the allegations they were making and all the stuff they were talking, you understand, they benefited as well. And more so when they got into government. If these transactions were so illegal, more so people should be vexed with you because you and prosecute a soul. You and prosecute a soul. You're trying to prosecute people, but you're nothing is stick. Nothing is stick. So it's either you can investigate or there was nothing to investigate in the first place. Nothing to investigate in the first place. So unlike this election case where the magistrates pushing it back and this body unavailable and this body reclusing itself and this and that and all kind of stupidness, these things were vetted in the courts. These things were vetted in the courts. And not a sole former minister or government official from the PPP side back then was incarcerated, none. Again, I ask you which finance minister had to be pardoned by the president at the time. Which finance minister under the coalition get carried to court, lose, and had to get pardoned? Right? So back to this guy, Trevor Williams. So Trevor Williams gave us an understanding of the operations of the AFC, the internal operations. Right? We all remember the AFC's tenure is associated with the attempt to rig the 2020 general and regional election, notably during the Region 4 tabulations at the Ashmans building. The AFC, Kemraj Ramjatan, was involved in a conflict of interest scandal by hiring an international security expert. Right? And we didn't get it in this video because Otto tells us that Nigel Hughes told them that in order to fix the police force, his plan is to bring in somebody to head that agency and other agencies in Guyana. So imagine Nigel Hughes and even one Guyanese run Guyanese agencies. You bring in a foreigner to become commissioner of police here in Guyana? Another thing I wanted to share with you. Now, despite proposing security reform back then and now, because Kemraj Ramjatan still bumping the government security, the AFC failed to implement the British security sector reform recommendations whilst in office. And this, again, allowed the security sector to deteriorate. So Otto doesn't know this. Otto doesn't know this.
And he is also has the plans for the country. One of the things that Nigel is saying, which is different than everybody's saying. Let me give you, for instance, they talked about the law and Guyana police situation.
This is it here. Y'all listen keenly to what this man saying here.
Nigel Hughes said something to this effect. Listen, it is clear to see that inherent in our problems, we have lost the way for so long. He don't think that it could be solved locally. He made some of us one of a suggestion to say,
These is the same people that saying Guyanese ain't getting work, Guyana is not for Guyanese, and this and that, Guyanese, local content, they ain't really benefiting Guyanese in this, Guyanese in that. Now suggesting to bring foreigners. So they got no competent police in the diaspora, farmer police he gonna bring back. He bringing back a foreigner. You understand me?
listen, if we want to be serious with bringing back the police force and stuff, because everybody in the country, one somebody can be in a position, they can be corrupt, and the next person that fills that.
So basically saying all Guyanese, all police are corrupt. All Guyanese, all police are corrupt.
Position only wants that position to also be corrupt.
So Nigel Hughes interviewed everybody to come up with this analysis. Anybody who coming up after only there to be corrupt. Call it good morning.
Morning, Nigel. You bring in people like cats for watchman milk. You bring in the people that forget Catty, Pato, all the kids them.
You're
Because he got rice later.
Auntie just cracked me up. But that basically is it. Chat to watch milk.
And you see that there's a ricochet effect all the time. He's saying, and everything he's going to do, the numbers you're going to bring in.
Nigel Hughes doing numbers? No, man. Livewire. Nigel Hughes doing numbers? No. We don't want that. No. He speaks very well. Let him talk. Not numbers. Not numbers. Anybody else but Nigel Hughes are numbers. You understand? Anybody else but Nigel Hughes and numbers. Y'all remember the worries Nigel Hughes caused here with some numbers? No. As so say, keep Nigel away from numbers. He gonna do numbers. Somebody else better do that. Sorry.
People to be corrupt. And you see that there's a ricochet effect all the time.
Listen.
He's saying, and everything.
Listen.
The numbers, you're going to bring in people to take these positions.
So you hear from him himself. You understand? Nigel Hughes going to do the numbers. So you know this country going to rupture again, fracture. Any numbers Nigel Hughes put forward is problems. Any numbers. You understand? He is going to bring people. This is the same people who talk about Guyanese and getting opportunities. We have a lot of competent Guyanese, but we're bringing in people from here and there. You hear Nigel Hughes' plan. To bring foreigners to head local agencies here. What could cause this?
So you to have some objectivity and try to craft and change over the policies and put these people in places that cannot be reached, that wants to fix.
Put these people in places that cannot be reached. What are supposed to mean? What is supposed to mean? I don't understand. Put these people in places that they cannot be reached. So you're trying to tell me you're going to bring foreigners here, make them head of agencies or whatever, and then the Guyanese people can't reach them to talk to them to sort out issues? That's what you mean? Or you plan to bring foreigners here, put them in lead positions at these ministries, And then the Guyanese who have educated or educating themselves to rise up in the public service or in these agencies cannot reach those positions? Is it that you are locking Guyanese out from these leadership positions in this country? What this man telling we really, man? I don't understand. That is Nigel Hughes' plan for Guyana? To give away this country to foreigners? What's going on really, man? What's going on?
He also wants to bring people in every. We can't do it ourselves.
From the horse's mouth. And as I told y'all, we can analyze what they say, so you're hearing it from himself. Niger planning to bring people in this country for every sector. Same people who complain about the Chinese who come for help build the bridge because we didn't have the manpower for it. So in opposition, they're against foreigners coming to the country to work and not taking Guyanese jobs, only in capacity, only in relation to specific projects where Guyana may not have the manpower to actually get it done in a specific period of time. So it's not like if the company who building the bridge there, one, it's not like they're not employing Guyanese. Two, it's not like the people that they brought to work on this bridge leaving the bridge and going on some construction site here, there, and everywhere and taking Guyanese jobs. So, double standard much?
Guyana is more corrupt than you think. Some of the things he said.
Imagine Guyana is more corrupt than you think. Right? Guyana is more corrupt than you think. Who was it that abandoned community policing during its tenure? A stark contrast to the current calls for stronger community policing initiatives. Right? Who was criticized for using senior police officers to subvert the Constitution and the rule of law, especially during the 2020 elections rigging attempt? Up to now, we ain't see Leslie James' list of these people who are overseas that he knows were overseas and voted in Guyana. I'm wondering how Leslie James know who vote in Guyana. You understand? Where Leslie James get this information from? And then people who ID card use to vote, they got this information. Up to now, we can't see it. Y'all remember Agre said he see it yesterday, and I asked him to send it right away so all of us could see. That's the kind of madness, and that is why I engaged him so that y'all could understand what's going on in some people's head. Agre said yesterday on the live, y'all go back and watch it. He saw the list. You understand? There was a guy, Royston Drake's RD Productions or something. That's when I used to sell greens at Border Market. Buying and selling greens from Borbis and them places on the market there. Right? Royston Drake's too. And if I lie, Royston sue me. Royston, if I'm lying, sue me. But the good thing is that the vendors were there when I challenge you, and I know they're gonna willing to stand up and say, yes, you did say what you said. Royston Drake from RD Production said he saw the PNC SOPs and they won. Royston Drake said that to me. He saw the PNC SOPs and they won, and we gonna see them up to now. That was in the early parts of the election stupidness. Early parts. Up to now, we can see them. He didn't do no story on it, nothing. Nothing. You understand? That's how some of these people operate.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're in Florida and all these places where they're going, take the time to go and listen. Listen to Mr. Hughes. Listen to the team. Listen to what is...
More so. This guy here talking about PPP corruption and spending out money and the feelings of the PPP administration. at the end of the day, right? The AFC and the coalition part and the APNU held responsibility for supporting criminal elements and destabilizing the country before and during their time in office. You understand? So if you're going to talk about the police, the AFC was helping to make the police work harder. The AFC had a policy of issuing mass pardons to criminals rather than focusing on serious reform and rehabilitation. Right? The AFC governed over the Camp Street prison fire. What did we learn from that? They even try and build a new prison or anything? And these people going to the masses in the diaspora and pretending they have this golden plan for Guyana that they couldn't have implemented not so long ago. We being serious right now? Is anything we taking as a people in Guyana here now?
What's going on in Guyana? And this is the type of stuff that they've been going wrong and doing, re-educating the people in.
Going wrong and talking stupidness. Basically, that is what he's saying. Let me skip past though.
Mr. Nigel Hughes is a wealth of knowledge. Understand this, a wealth of knowledge. He has been there and he was looking and listening and have an idea of all that is going on.
So why I get frustrated is why okay, you're sitting, right? You're sitting. So let me give you this contrast. You're a parent. So just like a president has charge over the people, a parent has charge over the child. So you're a president, you're the government, you're looking over your children, the citizens, right? And your government and your citizens living on a third floor. They have a balcony, but they got no rail, right? And the government, or let's say the parent, is looking over the citizens and watching what they're doing. And one of the members of the government, one of the parent, brother or sister or somebody, watching the government look at the citizens, sit on a tricycle and ride to the edge of the balcony that ain't got a rail. Right? So the APNU is the parent, Nigel Hughes is the aunt or the uncle, and the child or the child, they would be the citizens of the country. You understand what I'm trying to show you? So Nigel Hughes, as an uncle or an aunt, looking at the government, who's the parent, looking at the child, according to them, right off the edge of the balcony without a rail. So basically, this is what Nigel Hughes is putting over to people. He sat there, allegedly, and watched that government or that parent let the citizens or the child right off the balcony falling and dead. And now, after the act is complete, the parent done lose the child, everything done gone bad, husband and wife left, they can't be together anymore, the child dead. Now he's advocating for all balconies in Guyana to have rails, whilst he sat and watched what happened. You understand where I'm coming from? I don't know if y'all understand. I don't know if y'all understand. But this is what I'm putting to you. It's like you watching something happen. And then when it done happen, you come like, oh, yes, I am here to save you. I am here to save you. Depend on me. So I'll do it. I'll do it. Why you didn't do it then? Why you didn't do it then? You wait until you out of government. Your party is out of government. This is not the first time Nigel Hughes is the leader of the AFC. You wait until your party out of government, and more so, Nigel Hughes is deemed as one of the better lawyers in Guyana. He's a respectable person among his peers and others who respect him. Right? You trying to tell me your wife was a minister in the government? You trying to tell me you sit down, watch the AP and AFC do a set of stubbornness, and you make no suggestion? You come forward and say, no, we're going in the wrong direction. You know what we need to do, and yeah, them kind of thing. Your fancy thing. At no time. So you watch the child ride off. You watched her ride off the balcony for 5 years. And now you decide, oh, I am advocating for rails on balconies. Get away from here, Nigel Hughes. You too, Otto Martin. You were a silly guy.
And I had the sixth sense that he could no longer stand idly by, because it's the...
So he was, according to Otto, standing idly by. So why should Guyanese give you an opportunity now, since you were standing idly by all the time? Since you were standing, Nigel Hughes, Otto Martin has put to us that you were standing idly by as Guyana went to shit under the AP and AFC. Oh man, what's this? Oh man, look, guys, listen, I having some trouble with this software, and I can end the program here till I get this stuff sorted out. I don't know what on the screen now or what going on. Something wrong. I think I gotta do an upgrade on this system or something. This is crazy. Anyway, my point today was to show you guys the kind of foolishness that is being spread in the diaspora. You understand? The kind of need a Jari. The kind of foolishness that is being peddled in the diaspora. And I want to remind people that these same people who are coming to you with corruption allegations, this, that, the terror, should be the last persons. The last persons. They probably should be in front of the court for some of the foolishness that they were doing. Some of them even are. You understand? Some of them even are in front of the court for some of the foolishness that they were doing. Where was Otto Martin when George Norton was keeping lube and condoms up Puff Daddy? A whole barn with lubricants and condoms. $14 million a month. 40. It's 12 or 14. Between the two. I know it was more than 10. You understand? A month for lube and condoms. So I don't know if that was the freak off storehouse. You understand? The freak off, the place where you store the loot before you ship it to the freak off locations. But Otto probably need to look into that. Look into that. You understand? Otto, look into the allegations again at Ricky Ramru and the land that the $100 million that the people pay and all kind of thing. You understand? That's what you need to look into. Look into Sherrod Duncan and the money he spent up at Chronicle. That's what you need to look into. Look into David Patterson and all the allegations. Oh my God, David just worthless. Ask if anybody should take a backseat from politics is David Patterson. And if anybody should do that is David Patterson. With all that has happened, with everything that he's been involved in, that's the person you want to have next to you. And again, Nigel Hughes has surrounded himself with corruption. Uncle Raphael. He bring the corruption out the bed and put it back in the party. Cathy Hughes. David Patterson. Sherrod Duncan. You understand? It's a weird name. Otto OTTO. You understand? But man, look, I don't know what to say about these people. Right? And you know what's fret me even more? Is what I called she the other day. Let me go back to my Facebook and check. Laura George, listen, where was Laura George when these people were accosting indigenous folks? Where was Laura? All of a sudden, she jumped out as the indigenous ambassador who is sailing. Is what I call she? Oh, the sleeping indigenous ambassador. Laura George. The sleeping indigenous ambassador. So could you imagine? Laura George is a part of a party that accosted Amerindians terribly. Abuse them up but land. Tell them they ain't got sense. They don't contribute to the economy. All kind of thing. The coalition government. You understand? Laura George is a part of that now. Laura George didn't know that all these places had pit latrines 2015 to 2020 to go to these people, the AFC and Nigel Hughes and Cathy and Pato, to get them to go into these places and fix them. The Laura George did not know to go to David Patterson, the public infrastructure minister at the time, to tell you about Parima airstrip and putting in an airstrip there. Laura George is nowhere around to tell them to do that. But she's going everywhere drinking up the people Kisiri. Make your thing and stop going and drinking all the people's stuff for free. And walking with a set of empty bags and umbrellas to the people them. Laura, horrible, horrible, horrible of you to jump out now when the indigenous people are suffering so terribly under the coalition government. Man, look, I bet you if I ask Laura George again to identify these 200 indigenous villages that Pato claimed to put in ICT in, up to now she can't tell us that. Up to now she will not be able to tell us that. So again, Laura, I have labeled you the sleeping indigenous people's ambassador. So imagine you wake up when a set of things happening for indigenous people. You're getting LCDS funding, presidential grant, prime ministerial grant, gold program, CPC is not digital now. You could do it online. So I went to a village, I could never say this village name. Upapakari. This is the place where they got Cayman House. This is in Region 9, not close to Lethem. It's more than like a 4 or 5 hour drive out of Lethem into the Region 9, into the region there. And I went there to see CPC students online doing their courses to become teachers. Right? Laura did the PNC, AFC, AP, and you put internet in that community. Well, look. Anyway, y'all have a good day. Y'all be good Guyanese out there. Please be safe on the roadways, right? And as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about one Guyana.
Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. got enough oil too.
One guy